I mean, talk about, like, I wouldn't care about sneakers ever again if I lost my poor son in a miscarriage, right? If it's so sensitive. He's posting sneaker pics on the day of his wife's miscarriage. All right, let's see. Is there any more here?
I think there's more.
The kid was 1 month old at Christmas, and Brendan was on the road and wasn't present to be in the holiday picture. Oh, look at that. It's Christmas sad. Alone. Yo, Quiñero Santa, are you my papa? No, kid. Do I look like your fucking dad? How dare you? You know, what a nice family. Is this the kid that shakes? Come live with me, kid.
Many details.
Come live with me, kid. Get those weights. Squatting, smashing the baby's spine. Smashing the brain of the make-believe baby that they thought they were having. Why? Because Brendan needs that ass, dog. You need to be thick. Guess who's thick now? Guess what's thick now? The blood gushing from her leg. That's the only thick thing you're going to see this week. Fuck. Yep. Is that too much?
Yes.
That's pretty harsh. Would it be the same if Mike saw your kids in heaven? Oh, yes. That's what I'd say if I saw that kid. Shaking up, Brandon. You know, stop having these fucking kids. You shouldn't even be alive. You know, all of a sudden we feel so bad for death. Believe me, if you felt bad for death, you wouldn't be doing what you've been doing all year. So we're waiting for this picture. You should see her deadlifting. It's coming. And the whole fighter in the kid Reddit has turned, you know, really showing that they're fucking weirdos. 30,000 people make fun of Brendan Schaub all day, and then they have this miscarriage, and now they're all sharing stories about, like, how sad this is. And, oh, you know, this is so sad. It's not sad. The wife committed murder. You should be put on trial if it's so sad.
Oh, wait, I think all right? I got it.
Here comes the thing. Enjoy. I love that. Can you imagine if somebody did that about your little family situation? But the reason why we're doing that, and I'll tell you why, he's not innocent. The reason why we're doing that is because his wife has a miscarriage. Is he at home to care for her? No, he does an episode of Fighter and the Kid. He goes to Austin to do Joe Rogan. You know, the kid probably died.
And he also, his wife got a tattoo to commemorate the baby.
No, she did not.
Yes. And then Brendan got a tattoo in Austin on the same day of like a smiley face.
Here is her post, and she puts this up on Instagram. Look at this. Jezebel Schwab. Yo quiero tengo, me gusta thing I had. And here's her picture of her beautiful sweatpants in the hospital. My tummy hurt. And here she is getting the baby sucked out of her arm. And then here's a bunch, I don't know what this is supposed to represent, that she has just a bunch of shitty jack. Oh! Look, she's showing us the stomach to show. See? Cinco baby. What is the word for zero in Spanish? No more. No. And this is an accidental wife that Brendan got, you know, taking him for all he has. The only reason he doesn't divorce her is because she's got so many secrets. But then look at this. This was really posted, and this is why you can't feel bad. Should be exposed. Because maybe she should be taken, into custody for harmful acts. Squatting heavy just a few days before. Look at this photo. This is real, not Photoshopped. In the gym, look at those weights. Squatting, smashing the baby's spine. Smashing the brain of the make-believe baby that they thought they were having. Why? Because Brendan needs that ass, dog. You need to be thick. Guess who's thick now? Guess what's thick now? The blood gushing from her leg. That's the only thick thing you're going to see this week. Fuck. Yep. Is that too much?
Yes.
That's pretty harsh. Hey, that's why people tune into Redbar. Look at that. You could hear the baby's back snap. We should do a whole bit where we get those like Rick Glassman goblin animations, but it's Brendan Schaub's baby ghost. What are people react? How are they reacting to this? You should be mad at her.
She only
be
posted
mad at
this
her
because of the big. Someone just said this because of the big Chrissy Teigen miscarriage post that went viral a couple months ago, and then she was like, "This rocks." I'm just like, Chrissy.
Somebody says that's clearly a dead lift, bro. And killed her own fucking child, and Brendan's out selling advertisements while this is happening. Just discussing. Will you turn that lamp? It got cockeyed there.
Oh, yes.
Kick it over there. We will channel the spirit. And we'll see if it's got any secrets about what's really going on.
We feel bad about the baby. We feel bad about the baby.
I don't feel bad at all. I really could.
We're not really baby people around here. I actually become more and more disgusted by babies every day.
Why would you ever have a baby right now? Why would you? And believe me, they didn't try to have a baby. He's fucking a raw dog because they're both fucking idiots. And then they have an accidental kid. Bro. My baby. You don't need a baby. You don't have a baby.
Imagine just having a baby around to take care of.
It really is insane to have a baby right now during this lockdown. I mean, what are you doing? For what? What do you need this kid for?
And your baby's life is going to be hell. By the time it's 20, the world is going to be almost demolished.
You've got enough babies, too. You got how many babies you need? And they're all stupid, and you don't even talk to them. You're always on the road.
It's
fucking
greedy.
Chick. And by the way, these guys who go to the gym, they're all cheating. The gym is the best place to say that you're going to cheat because you can go to the gym for 35 minutes. You know, any guy who says they go to the gym for 3 hours a day, they're cheating. This is what they do. They go to the gym, they work out for a half hour, and then they have an excuse to be away for another hour and shower and change. It's the perfect excuse. Brendan Schaub is mad that the gyms are closed because what excuse does he use to cheat now on Senorita Smith? Killing her baby in the gym for what? You look terrible anyway. The bigger your thigh gets doesn't make you look any better. You look fucking awful. And that fighter in the Kid Reddit's going to moan from. If anything, your stress killed that baby, fighter in the Kid Reddit. You've been picking on these guys for 3 years, putting so much stress. You caused this, and now they're going to sit there like the Proud Boys. You know, we originally turned on the Proud Boys. This is before the Proud Boys got into politics. They started acting gay. You know, Gavin McInnes started this club, the Proud Boys, and you're supposed to be this badass Gavin McInnes fan, you know, talking all this shit. And then they started, like, being all gay, like, we should really get together and have, like, a meetup on my boat. Like, you know, I know this guy's having a hard time. We should all get together and, like, you know, try to make him And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? The fighter in the Kid Reddit has become that where, oh, you were never here to make fun of anyone. You needed friends. You were all friendless kids, no community, and you got together, and this was the only way you could ever talk to people. And this is what most Reddits are. It's a way for fucking friendless dorks to have conversations with no strings, you know, and they can't be accused of anything. And then all of a sudden, these communities turn, and all of a sudden, they're all sharing these fucking faggy experiences with each other. And to sit there and torture Brendan Schaub for years, and then all of a sudden now you're all sharing stories about, and I get it, your wife had a miscarriage and it was probably a terrible experience for your family. That doesn't mean Brendan doesn't deserve, that should even be better. Be like, oh yeah, miscarriages are fucking terrible. My wife had one, it was awful. I wouldn't wish that on anyone except for Brendan. Yes!
Xander said he put together a nice compilation of Brendan being a terrible father.
Oh, my God. I would love to see this. Where?
It's that Facebook link, and it's in the comments.
Yes. It's a link of Brendan being and he is a terrible father, and we saved the souls in heaven.
Have you ever...
You don't need them.
Other than your own kid, have you ever met with a friend or somebody, or just seen someone out in public, and you're like, man, that is a great kid?
I don't see this compilation here.
I think...
I know. You guys have been brainwashed into thinking these kids are so fucking awesome. They're not. They're the same as the dads that we all claim we hate. Is this it?
It's under Jason Yates' comments says, didn't Brendan's wife just have a miscarriage? And then in the replies to that are Xander's clips.
Let me find that. This one?
There's like a bunch of them in a row.
Oh, there's a bunch of them. They're different. Okay, so where do I start here?
The first one, I guess.
That one, then. This one.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
All right, here it is. Brendan Schaub being a terrible father. This seems harsh, but you know what? The whole world's harsh now, and we don't seem to care about human lives. So why would you care about one that never even saw daylight yet? You know, you guys really pick and choose about what you claim to have humanity for all of a sudden. And, you know, you shouldn't feel bad about this. You should feel bad when your wife or your family has a miscarriage, but you could keep the two things separate. You're allowed to laugh at a man for something terrible. Well, I don't even know if you should laugh at this, but you definitely don't need to feel bad. All right. You should feel very bad if it happens to your wife or a friend. You know,
don't be crazy.
Don't be crazy. But Brendan is not your friend. He is a con artist, and the world would be better without him. The world would be better without this shitbag, his wife. You know, I tell Jules is from Canada. She's not used to women being total shitbags. Here in America, there are women who like have literally zero worth. And they just take like they're complete scumbags. And I could tell by the look of Brendan's wife, she's one of these scumbag women. He got stuck with her because he couldn't just not pull out. He's so stupid. He needed to come. And for what? This girl wasn't even attractive. She was vile. But you'll fuck anything. And then you fuck this senorita. She got pregnant like that because of the senorita in her. And then you had a kid, and now you're stuck with her. And now she knows all these secrets, so you can't divorce her. And she's a big pain in the ass to you. You wish she was fucking dead. And now you're having more kids with her because you can't control yourself. You know, this should not be applauded. We should not feel sorry as if this is a real American family. This is a disaster. The reason this country sucks is because of families like this. This is not a race thing. It's a stupidity thing. This is just as bad as the worst white trash. It's just as bad as the worst guys in the hood. A family like this is why we're in all this trouble.
Oh, and sorry, Xander said you have to read his comments that go with the clips for context.
Right. I would love to. Any proof that what I'm saying is good, I will gladly read. Look at this. Didn't Brendan's wife just have a miscarriage like a day ago? Al Boy says, yee. Xander says, yes, but also that's part of his character. Receipts to follow. Weird. His wife specifically scheduled a C-section for the birth of their kid so that Brendan could be there for it.
Okay, so that video is probably just her explaining that she
let's
scheduled a C-section.
Yeah,
so I found my doctor who's amazing.
Oh, yes, did you find your doctor? Sorry, that's not like a... I'm not against you if you're just Latino. I am against you if you're Latino in this. She posts all this stuff. This is all public. No one's invading anyone's privacy. Imagine if Jules posted all these videos. We'd be dead. She'd be dead. All right, let's see what this one is.
So I found my doctor who's amazing, who gave me the opportunity to have an elective C-section because a lot of doctors don't do that anymore, nor do they want to.
Maybe
and I
she's
think
nice.
It's more because of insurance purposes in hospital. So for me, it's great that my C-sections are easy. I recover really fast. I don't have pain at all. I don't go through labor. I don't know what it's like to be in labor.
Oh,
and for
good.
me, that's my choice. I choose to not go through that. And also with Bren's schedule, I'd rather know the date that my kid is going to be born so Bren can prepare and not be out of town and he can be there for the birth of his children. So it works for me. I love it. I wouldn't have it any. So I found my doctor.
And then they're going to pretend like this is a real family and that, you know, it's the same. It's not. All right, let's see. The kid was born. Now, what is this? His last kid they're talking about?
Yes.
Okay. The kid, and this is going to make sense eventually.
I hope
hopefully.
so.
The kid was born November 26. Okay. Here's a picture of Brendan wearing a mask, by the way. What a bitch. So you'll wear a mask in front of your kid, but not out in public during the virus. Interesting. Even the hat. Why don't you be like, bro, I don't need a hat. Why? And by the way, you don't need a hat. You think you need a fucking whatever that is, that hat that they wear, you needed that, but you won't wear a mask during Corona, but you'll wear a mask in the hospital 3 years ago when there was no problem. All right. And the following day on November 27th, he was back on the road doing comedy shows. Imagine that. And believe me, these aren't like make or break shows. So the 26th, he comes. Imagine your kid gets born and you leave the next day. And you don't need to. You've got money. You know, this isn't like your boss demands it or you'll be fired. He wanted to be out on the road to party. These comedy shows, nobody's been to more comedy shows than me. They're just parties. That's it. They're not work. He didn't need to do this. You could take the week off to be with your brand new baby. I couldn't even imagine. You know, even if I had a dog, I couldn't leave it for the first. You know what I mean? How do you leave your baby to go? You know why? Because he likes to score and cheat. He likes to score and cheat. What a dirtbag. On the 28th, Thanksgiving, she was still in the hospital with the baby, and Brendan left her there and went home to eat a pizza and watch a rated R movie with his 4-year-old son. Here's the clip. This is the third.
Oh, glad you guys. Thanks for asking, Derek. Well, for me.
What'd you do, dude? You already unstuffed that bird. Your wife had that baby, man.
Yeah, I know. She was still in the hospital. So
that's a big giblet, brother.
Yeah, that's a big old giblet gizzard. So me and my son shared a pizza.
Did y'all?
Yeah.
Damn.
Me and the 3-year-old shared a pizza. Kind of got sad now I said it out loud.
Dude, it's sad if you don't even just think about it. It's way sadder just thinking about it.
Nah, kind of. We had a good time, though, man.
Y'all did?
Yeah, we watched The Irishman. He loved it. And he also believes Jimmy Hoffa is still alive. So
he watched The Irishman?
Yeah, we did 3 hours.
Dang. He's 3 years old.
It's child abuse.
What the fuck?
He wants to be Jimmy Hoffa for
Is he
Halloween.
really?
Yep.
And imagine that kid growing up. He's going to be good. I can't wait till the Schwabs grow up. They're going to be great. I hope they become janitors. You know, I really hope. That's what Brendan was supposed to be. A janitor at a gas station. I mean, look at him. Doesn't he look like that's what gas station attendants were supposed to be? They weren't supposed to get into podcasting. Thanks, Joe Rogan.
Xander says you can go to the next one.
All right, let's go to the next one. There's more evidence of him being a terrible father. They saved a person's life. The kid was 3 weeks old with the flu, and Brendan refused to wear a mask at his wife's request. Okay, let's hear this.
Yeah, man. When babies get sick, though, that scares me.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
Joanna
Brian
wanted me to
Kell.
wear a mask. I'm like, you out your goddamn mind?
He's building his immune system.
It's
Oh,
trouble
wow.
when they're like 3 weeks old, though. Trouble. Especially the flu. Babies die with the flu.
Jesus.
I don't have the flu, though.
No,
I
that's
get the
scary.
black lung.
That's not good.
So the doctor said, hey, well, you should wear a mask because you have this terrible cold and you have this new 3-week-old that's probably better. And he said, fuck that shit. And then he even acknowledged that babies do die if they get the same cold that Brendan has. And then here is, look at this guy. What's on your mind? What's on your mind? Look at that little sit. Yikes, man. That is a creepy. Can we get that made for our
He is the
new
worst.
house? Look at these. These people are terrible human beings. All right, let's see. Is there any more here?
I think there's more.
The kid was 1 month old at Christmas, and Brendan was on the road and wasn't present to be in the holiday picture. Oh, look at that. Christmas
sad.
alone. Yo, Quiñero Santa, are you my papa? No, kid. Do I look like your fucking dad? How dare you? You know, what a nice family. Is this the kid that shakes? Come live with me,
that many
kid.
details.
Come live with me, kid. Handsome kid. Look at his haircut.
He looks great.
He looks great. Come
I
live
like
with
his
me.
jacket.
I love his little pants. All right, let's see what else we have here. She had to hire a night nurse because Brendan was gone and not helping at home. Good morning. This looks like some paranormal activity here. Good morning. So thankful this time around I have a night with nurse to help me with baby. It says to help me with baby. She doesn't even talk like that. We heard her talk. She talks like a valley girl. So thankful this time around I have a night nurse to help me with baby. Since I have Tiger and he has school, etc., sleeping was a must. Thank you, baby daddy, for always making sure I'm taken care of and family is taken care of. And thank you for finding me the perfect person for the job. And then, of course, yeah. Uh-oh, I saw a cabinet open on its own. Uh-oh. They even had a Paranormal Activity where it was in like the Mexican hood in LA. So this could be a scene from that. And then again, he left her for a weekend with their newborn. And remember, she's posting all this. We're both exhausted.
She must want people to know.
She does. She's reaching out. She's crying for help.
She needs help.
You could come live with me, senorita. You could be my Gomez. We're both exhausted after this weekend. Our night nurse is Friday and Saturday as well. So the struggle was real this weekend. But I couldn't have done it without my mama. And Brendan, again, out partying. Couldn't be having a better time, blowing through chicks. Here's another one. And also don't forget when he missed his kid's first Father's Day. Mini getaway with the boys. And she's wearing a Rolex. You know, that's what's needed in this family. Let's see what else.
And now while she's posting videos of herself in the hospital,
Brendan is out in Austin doing this. Let's see.
And he's been posting like sneaker pics.
Sneakers.
And just like videos of him getting tattoos.
Listen, we saw this car accident, all right, last week. Remember that when we talked about the car accident? It ruined our whole day. We couldn't go on and have a happy day. Brendan's wife has a miscarriage. He's out and about making jokes, podcasting, posting sneakers. Imagine even giving a fuck about a sneaker. I mean, talk about, like, I wouldn't care about sneakers ever again if I lost my poor son in a miscarriage, right? If it's so sensitive. He's posting sneaker pics on the day of his wife's miscarriage. How could you even think of something like that? I mean, your Instagram could go dark. You're not losing any money. He's going to all claim, oh, it's the business, baby.
Do you think they had a fight about him going to the Rogan appearance? She probably wanted him to cancel.
Well, let's see. This is on the same day, you know, she has the miscarriage. He was there, and then he goes, I got to go to Austin, baby.
And this is what they talk about.
And let's see how his attitude is.
Joe Rogan Experience.
On the same day.
Anyone defending institutional Wall Street right now got an envelope with photos of themselves at Jeffrey Epstein's birthday. So what Jamie's just pulled up with that and what Tim was talking about is this insane situation that's happening. It started out with GameStop with
Imagine if you came to Redbar and I just told you about the situation and then gave you my take on stocks and what.
And every person who talks about this thinks that they need to explain it to everybody.
I know.
And it's like
we know.
No, it's impossible to.
Every show explains to you the news, and they give no personal take. They just like re-explain what we've already heard. How shitty. All right, let's see Brendan's attitude. He better be teary-eyed.
These intelligent vipers from Reddit decided they were going to figure out, well, what they, here's the thing. Wall Street speculation and these people that have been, these hedge fund guys, they've been manipulating the stock market.
Oh, and by the way, you know, I don't need these millionaires talking about the guys who have a couple more millions than them being sneaky and dishonest. There is no one more sneaky and dishonest than all of you. In fact, at least the hedge fund guys go, yeah, we're hedge fund guys. Don't you see the suspenders and the cigar? Fuck off. You guys pretend like you're saving the world. All the advertising, all the marketing, all the schemes, you know, Logan Paul's making fun of those guys, the hedge fund guys. Logan Paul, you run a $29 a month bonus content club that gives no content. I mean, really, you guys are up to worse schemes. You're worse people. You're shittier than all these guys. All the hedge fund guys are bad. What about you? What about you and all your crap? And all the money you make people spend that leads to nowhere. All right? And all the taking you do. It's the same. What, because they make a little bit more? Ad man.
In a very similar way forever.
Yeah.
But these guys on Reddit decided to get together collectively. And what is it called? The subreddit called Wall Street Bets. Yep. So Wall Street Bets decided that these hedge funds were shorting GameStop, right? So they decidted we're going to buy GameStop. We're going to fuck their whole system up.
Just a boost.
So they rose.
I know. I just want to see him. Show him!
I'm sure.
Jesus, they're really not showing him. Maybe he is crying. GameStop, Robin Hood, Federal Robin.
Bones in the mouth.
Are you sure that's not him or her? I don't mean to dead name or misgender. Okay, keep playing it.
working appropriately with the regulators to
Oh, God. Well,
Well, look at this picture of him in the hot tub.
Yeah. Oh, he was in a hot tub the same day?
Yep.
Imagine going into a hot tub. Imagine being able to trim your beard on the day that your wife has a miscarriage. I'd say trimming beard, probably not important that day. You know, it just wouldn't be something that I need to do. Oh!
Mike takes a whole week off every time that I have my period.
Look at this. Brendan Schaub in the hot tub with his boys chilling. Nah, you need a bigger hot tub. Look at that. Imagine chilling with your wife. Oh, look at his toes. By the way, this is no different than taking a bath with a man. You're all sharing asshole and cum and pee. Your dick holes are all leaking into the same pool. Bro, my wife had a miscarriage. Maybe he does need some me time after that. You know, your wife might need some me time or you time. Maybe you should go back home. San Marcos boys in the hot tub. Imagine posting this on the day of your wife's miscarriage. Imagine, look at all the things he posted that day, too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stories. None of them were R.I.P. son. None of them were R.I.P. to the kid. Look at this guy. You know? Devil horn. Yeah. Fire out, man. Shout out to the miscarriage. All right. Very shitty guy. Do not feel bad. That was a blessing. All right. Blessings on blessings. We're going to take a quick break. It's Shmee time. Shmee and you guys want to load up a pipe with me? Let's do it.
Hey, do you have any more marijuana that I can load into this pipe?
We'll be right back. The show's just getting started.
We'll see you soon. Anymore, man. Hold on, I'm taking some Shmee. Are you ready to see?
Yeah. Are you ready
all
to
this
see?
cool stuff?
We'll be right back.
Taking some Shmee, are you ready to see?
Are you ready for me and you?
Taking some Shmee, are you ready to see?
Are you ready for me and you?
No, I hate it. I hate it. Keep it too strong. Like, who's enjoying this?
Mike!
That's interesting.
We're enjoying it just fine. I go into panic mode.